you know, it's just like, what,
Was he like the sweetheart, nice guy that shouldn't have died?
No. I mean,
Yes.
he was,
Which is
he
one
was,
reason
but
he
he
did.
was just, I think I just didn't expect it from the show. I was just like, but I feel like it's interesting because you also have a character that looks like one that can potentially bring back.
Well, we can play with that, but I think it was important for everyone to realize how vulnerable all the actors are, all the characters are. Because you don't want, like I was telling the story the other day, Iron Man will never die. Every Iron Man you ever go to movie, he's going to live, right? But you enjoy the action, you enjoy the art. But I think in order to stay with the show 4 or 5 years, you have to worry about the characters. And you're not. If I don't kill one every now and then. So it's easy, nothing else. It wasn't the original plan, I will tell you that. We had a 4 or 5 character story arc.
So what influenced the decision to kill off one?
He was actually, his storyline was the easiest one to lose because he really wasn't part of the cruise, right? What was he going to do? If you were a billionaire who could go home and run your billionaire company and live happily ever after, would you go back to the ship? You tell me, what am I going to do with them in season 3? I know what we were going to do with them, so we had a way to bring them back to the ship, but he was the easiest character.
And it's sci-fi.
Yeah. And
everyone can come back.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
we were just saying
That's
that.
what we always say.
Yes, we have a few characters from season 1 that you think are gone that are coming back. So, in a
Sure,
very
you can't tell us
unusual
who.
way. No, but in a very unusual way. Yeah. And there's a character I really liked in season 1 that I wanted to bring back, and I gave the writers the challenge, and the answer they came up with was perfect.
Oh, great.
Perfect. And I love it.
Do you know like what episode that will take place?
Oh, that's for season 3.
Oh,
I'm planning season 3 right now.
Season 3.
I already have them writing season 3 in anticipation.
Right.
Maybe a little too optimistic, but I just said go for it. So they're right now writing it. And I know all 13 episodes already.
So this second season also brought in some new characters that we just met.
Hello.
So how does that? Because right now we don't really.
How many episodes have you seen?
3.
Okay, so you've seen 3. Okay, cool. So you've seen us meet in the prison.
Yes, escape from prison.
Escape from prison.
They're getting their memories back.
Yes.
And then just
And
coming
there was a
back
big
to who
shootout on
they
the ship last episode.
are. And then that's it.
And that's it. But yeah, Nix is she brings to the team a completely new set of skills that nobody else, no other crew member has, and you'll find out more about Nix's backstory and where she's from and her world, and why she is the way she is, and why she's been on her own for a long time in and out of prison, looking after herself, in episode 206. So we hear all about Nix's backstory, which was very interesting and fun. But what's lovely about my character over the season is she starts off wanting something and then, I don't know, changes and softens and begins to trust these people and this crew and forms great relationships with them all in different ways.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So she's going to be sticking around for a little bit.
Maybe, who knows? The way, you know, Jacob.
Nix's character was designed to see if a new person could join the team. Because if you even see, we talk about in the first episode or 2 of season 2, how they're a great group together and how they're, both in their previous minds where they were the bad guys, they were everybody's scared to death of them. Now that they've lost their memories, they're still very bonded. So could somebody new join the crew? And that's her test.
And the interesting thing also with Nix is the relationships that to have 2 strong female alpha females on board, that it would be typical, or it would be so obvious for them to be clashing with each other. And what's lovely is I think they find a mutual respect within each other because they're alike, they challenge each other in a way, and Nix has never been able to have a fight with someone that's come to her level, and 2 feels the same. So it's interesting where they're going to go.
Do you have a favorite scene that you've shot so far?
Oh, I have lots of favourite scenes. I mean, some of my favourite stuff in the show is doing lots of the stunts and working with John Stead, our stunt coordinator. Lots of fight training, bow staff training, gun training. I love all that stuff. I'm very
You like the
physical.
staff? You're really good at the staff.
I love it. Yeah. I mean, I
think
love.
that was your best thing, the staff.
It's fun. It's the fun stuff. Yeah. So I'm really excited for the fans to see all those episodes when we do more of the fights and the fight sequences.
Do you get to do all of your own stunts?
Well, we do. We work with stunt doubles, but we have to learn all the choreography because what happens is when we go to shoot a scene, I would never do the whole scene with Melissa. I would be with Melissa's stunt double for safety reasons as well. So that's just how we shoot the scenes. And likewise, she would be with my stunt double. And then we would be together with the close-ups. So, yeah.
I can't afford to take out an actor for a few weeks. It's too difficult.
Yeah.
And that's happened. That's happened. When we did Lost Girl.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. When we did Lost Girl, Chris Holden Reed threw out his back in a very big scene, and we had to stop the stunts for a couple episodes. Yeah, you had to go see doctors, you got, therapists. So it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
So now that they've broken out of prison, what's their new goal? What are they going after now? Now that they're back on.
Well, it's interesting because there are lots of different, even just living together on the ship and some of the things that present itself, like we might run out of something and we have to go and we're out of money, so then we have to go and do a little job here so we can get something else, and then something else will happen. So things are constantly changing on the ship, and different diversions and different things are going on continuously. So yeah, you have to wait and see.
I would think you could say in season 2 they start to realize they have a bigger role in the world they're in than they anticipated. So in season 1, their history was the meanest, rottenest guys around who everyone was scared of, and they were instruments of the corporation. Season 2, I think they're going to realize that they have enough going for them that they can stand on their own and make it, let's just say, make a difference. Is that fair?
Yeah.
And some of the relationships between the characters change a lot throughout the season. Do you have a favorite relationship, like a pairing that you write for? Or?
Well, I have to tell you, Giselle has had a very strong relationship with Six's characters in season 1. That was becoming her best friend, and you saw the betrayal and how emotional that was for her and Six. So that disappeared a bit. So we started pairing her up with Anthony, and that relationship is going to be right? I mean, you've had a relationship with everybody. Right? No,
I've been so lucky
testing
this
the waters.
season. Like it's been fantastic to try and get my way in with every single character and find something that you connect with all these individuals.
And you eventually found the niche that worked for you. Something. It took a while.
She's got skills. She's got like a chameleon. So yeah.
But it's not that it's a favorite. It's when there was chemistry between some actors, we would play on it. And there was a love triangle that was supposed to be in the series between 1, 3, and 2, but when we killed 1, that love triangle couldn't continue. So we have to find something, which we will probably find in season 3 to replace that.
Are we going to see more of Five's technical skills and her?
Yeah, I would think that she has a pretty good role this season. You see her. You noticed in episode 1, this was a chance for her to belong to something because she'd been on her own a fair bit. So let's just say she finds her spot. While you're struggling, she's finding it.
Yeah.
Right? You do find it.
Yeah. But it definitely takes a while.
Yeah. Well, you tried a lot of different entry angles.
Can you talk about like the set design and how you construct that? How much is green screen? How much is?
We don't use a lot of green screen right now. I mean, a little bit. I mean, did you ever?
Hardly. I mean, we're so lucky. We have an amazing spaceship, and we have 2 big sets this year. So yeah, I think it's great. It's amazing. The set designers are just incredible what they create from scratch.
Yeah, Ian Brock, who's our set designer, he's worked for me for 20 years. He's like the best. And he'll do things like he'll call me up one day and he says, "Oh my God, this garbage disposal company is shutting down, and I can buy like 1,000 like plastic panels that have a lot of texture to them." And he says, "But I need your permission because it's not in the budget. But don't worry, I'll use it in other episodes." And then all of a sudden, these stunning sets arrive.
Oh, it's incredible.
Like he's unbelievable, this guy.
Yeah.
And he just got nominated for an award. But I mean, we. I have to tell you, one of the insecurities when I tried to sell the show was the set.
Yeah.
Everyone said, without a good spaceship, you're dead. So we spent a lot of time designing that ship. And you'll notice it's different from a lot of other ships. It's very stark. It's very harsh. Right? Where a lot of other ships are comfort ships and set for long travel. You know, Star Trek, they have beautiful bedrooms, and beautiful, comfortable chairs to sit in, you know. Ours is very harsh. So that was on purpose.
My bridge is my favorite.
Right?
My bridge, the bridge is my favorite part of the ship. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, the buttons, like literally, you could just press the buttons. They're all like have lights behind them. The detailing. Yeah, it's great.
And it goes on forever, as you've seen. I mean, we got hallway after hallway after hallway.
How would you say the theme for the second season
Oh, one word?
As in,
you know, maybe is it, you know, finding yourself, or is it...
Oh, as
you
my
know,
character,
Oh, just, no,
or-
your character and in general.
Yeah, but you go through a similar journey to everybody else, really.
goodness,
Without
yeah.
without the same memory loss, you go through the same thing, finding yourself.
finding yourself and belonging. I mean, Nick's, I think for a long time, if you really think of what's lovely, I mean, you can put these human beings, they're real people in situations, and really all they really want to do is belong and, you know, and find your tribe, find your people or family, and find people that are like you in some way. And I think that's what this whole show's about, like people that have had lots of things that happen to them, good and lots of bad and hardships, and they relate.
Nobody's had a simple life.
No.
Right? And you remember, first season was all about trust, distrust, sort of thing. That's still a big factor in the show and will be. But as they're discovering who they are and who they can trust and rely on, who they can like depend on, I mean, that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Your character goes through a sort of con betrayal that puts everybody on guard, right? But then they see your value, right? And they embrace you after. So that's the same journey that everybody else took for a different reason. You had the same journey, but not with the memory loss.
Yeah.
Not wanting to reveal it.
Yeah.
That's why you went through the same journey as the rest.
Yeah.
She wanted to go. Okay. Oh, she said 1 minute, so I thought we were done. Oh, we're good? Okay.
Oh, I thought you were asking.
No.
How,
It's okay.
how does being out of prison affect this? Because I think she's
Affect
following your character, yeah.
Well, the interesting thing is it's really interesting because Nyx actually had a lot of status in prison, and she had power in prison. So she goes from power and status into an environment where she kind of wants to stay there and suss these people out and see if they can help her in ways and secrets for things further down the line without giving too much away. But it's like being in a stranger's house without your things. Like, we're only allowed to certain parts of the ship. We're not allowed her. She's not allowed her weapons, and that's her armor. That's her thing. So it's very. She feels quite vulnerable for a bit until she gains their trust, and she knows she has to do that. In the first place, she really wants to get respect from, and to earn trust is the leader. She knows she has to win over the leader. The ship.
Any potential love interests?
Oh, maybe.
Potential. You do find your way into you.
Yeah.
She finds her place that she feels comfortable.
It's a nice way of putting it.
We debated that a fair bit. Love interest, yeah, because the network's questioning how much romance they want on the show. And we played with it in season 1. It didn't really go anywhere. Played with it again in season 2.
Yeah.
And we have a certain plan for a really unusual romance in season 3.
Yeah.
But it's not the show. The show's not about that.
A lot of angst.
Switcheroo.
Yep, but we're gonna have you do another quick photo.
Cool.
And then